Welcome to Dusk Haven Sleep Stories, a quiet place where the day gently fades and soft stories carry you into rest. Tonight, we will walk slowly toward Elarion, the silent kingdom where thousands of lanterns guard human dreams. So before you close your eyes, allow the world around you to grow quiet. Let the noise of the day drift far away like mist over distant hills. And as your breathing becomes softer, slower, gentler, follow the warm glow of a single lantern into the endless night, because far beyond the waking world, beyond the forests touched by silver fog, beyond the mountains where the wind hums ancient lullabies, there exists a realm where darkness never fully wins. A world called Elarion, the land of 1,000 lanterns. Long ago, the skies of Elarion were filled with stars brighter than oceans of diamonds. Every evening, children would sleep beneath constellations that shimmered like rivers of gold. Travelers crossed valleys, guided by moonlight. The sea reflected the heavens so clearly that sailors could not tell where the stars ended and the water began. But then came the ancient catastrophe, remembered only in whispers. The long night of ashes. No one truly knows how it began. Some say the stars were swallowed by a creature older than time itself. Others believe the heavens cracked open after humanity forgot the language of dreams. And a few ancient storytellers claimed the stars willingly extinguished themselves to hide from something terrible moving silently between worlds. Whatever the truth may have been, the result was the same. One by one, every star disappeared. The skies became empty. And for the first time in history, night became truly dark. Not ordinary darkness, not the peaceful darkness that invites sleep. This darkness was cold, heavy, endless. Ash drifted constantly through the air like black snow. The winds carried strange whispers no one could understand. And whenever people fell asleep, nightmares found them. Terrible dreams wandered through every home in Elarion. Dreams of faceless figures standing beside beds. Dreams of forests breathing softly in the dark. Dreams of oceans with no reflections. Many people became afraid to sleep at all. Entire villages remained awake through the night, trembling beside weak fires that could barely survive the cold fog spreading across the land. Then, during the darkest winter of all, a child discovered something impossible. In a forgotten valley beneath the ruins of an ancient observatory, a tiny lantern was found resting beside frozen flowers. It had no flame, no oil, no wick, and yet it glowed softly, warmly, gently. Its light did not hurt the eyes. It felt alive somehow, like being wrapped in a warm blanket while listening to rain against distant windows. The people named it Lumen, the first lantern. And from that single mysterious light, everything changed. The nightmares became quieter near the lantern's glow. The cold air softened. Children slept peacefully again for the first time in years. Soon, artisans and dream keepers traveled across Elarion searching for ways to create more lanterns like it. But ordinary metal and glass could not hold such light. The elders believed the lanterns required something far rarer. And so the first lantern makers learned the sacred craft. Every lantern in Elarion was made from 3 impossible things. Fragments of human dreams. Dew gathered exactly at midnight. And the final light of dead stars drifting silently through the heavens. Together, these elements created living lanterns. Not machines, not simple objects, living lights. Each lantern possessed a quiet soul of its own. Some lanterns glowed gold like autumn evenings. Others shimmered pale blue like moonlit rivers. A few rare lanterns carried silver light that moved gently like breathing. And each had its own gift. Some could warm hearts burdened by sorrow. Some guided lost travelers safely through dangerous fog. Some preserved memories so precious they would never fade. And some could calm the terrible creatures born from nightmares. Because in Elarion, dreams themselves were alive. Especially the dark ones. Beyond the villages and lantern roads stretched the hollow mist. A black, wandering fog that moved silently across forests, mountains, and abandoned cities. Within the mist lived creatures shaped from fear, loneliness, grief, and forgotten dreams. But the lanterns kept them away. As long as the lights continued glowing, humanity endured. And so Elarion slowly became known as the land of 1,000 lanterns. Every home carried at least one. Every bridge was lined with them. Every traveler wore a small lantern beside their cloak. At night, the kingdom looked like an ocean of floating stars reborn upon the earth itself. And high above all legends, above all mysteries, there remained the oldest story of all. The tale of Astralis Arbor, the hidden celestial tree. The elders whispered that somewhere beyond the unseen sky stood a tree larger than kingdoms, its branches stretching through eternity itself. Upon those branches bloomed flowers made entirely of light. Each flower became the soul of a future lantern. And whenever someone in Elarion fell asleep peacefully, a new glowing blossom opened upon the tree. No one knew where Australis Arbor truly existed. Some believed it floated beyond the clouds. Others said it could only be reached through dreams. But the oldest lantern keepers quietly believed something even stranger. They believed every lantern was secretly trying to guide humanity back to the tree. Back to the place where the stars once lived. And tonight, our story begins beside one particular lantern. A small silver lantern glowing softly in the quiet district of Leora Vale, a peaceful village surrounded by rolling hills and endless fields of sleeping flowers. There lived a young lantern keeper named Elian. He was not famous, not powerful, not chosen by prophecy. He simply cared for lanterns. Every evening before sunset, Elian walked through the village, lighting hundreds of hanging lanterns beneath bridges, beside windows, and along stone pathways winding through the hills. And each night, the village slept peacefully beneath their glow. But Elian always noticed something unusual. The lanterns often whispered, not with voices exactly, more like feelings, tiny emotions drifting gently through the air. Warmth, sadness, hope, loneliness. Sometimes when he touched an old lantern, he could briefly see forgotten memories hidden within its light. A mother singing beside a fireplace. Children laughing during snowfall. Two travelers sharing tea beneath lantern trees. The lights remembered everything. And somehow, they remembered people long after the world forgot them. One quiet evening, while mist rolled softly through the valley, Elian discovered a lantern unlike any he had ever seen before. It hung alone beneath a crooked willow tree near the edge of the village. Dark, silent, unlit. That should have been impossible, because lanterns in Elarion rarely extinguished completely. Unless something was terribly wrong. Elian carefully lifted the lantern into his hands. The metal felt strangely cold. And inside its glass, he saw faint shadows moving slowly like smoke underwater. Then the lantern spoke. Not aloud, but inside his thoughts. Find the sleeping light. The whisper vanished instantly. The lantern flickered once. And far away beyond the hills, deep within the hollow mist, something ancient quietly opened its eyes. The night deepened peacefully over Elarion. Thousands of lanterns swayed gently beneath silver fog. Warm windows glowed across quiet villages. And somewhere far above unseen clouds, upon the endless branches of Australia's arbor, a single new flower of light slowly began to bloom. The lantern in Elian's hands trembled softly, not violently, not with fear, but almost as if it were breathing. The silver light flickered beneath the dark glass, casting pale reflections across the willow tree and the drifting mist around him. "Find the sleeping light." The whisper echoed once more inside his thoughts before fading into silence. Elian stood completely still. The night around Leora Vale remained peaceful. Warm lanterns glowed along distant cottages. The hills shimmered beneath gentle fog. Somewhere far away, a wind chime softly sang in the dark. And yet, something felt different now. As if the world itself had quietly shifted. Elian looked again at the extinguished lantern. No lantern should ever grow cold. Especially not one this ancient. The metal frame was covered in delicate carvings he did not recognize. Tiny branches twisting around stars and crescent moons. At the very bottom of the lantern, nearly hidden beneath dust and age, was a single symbol. A tree. Its roots stretched downward like rivers of light. Australis arbor. Elian's heartbeat slowed. Even children in Elarion knew that symbol. The celestial tree. The origin of all lantern light. Very carefully, he wrapped the silver lantern inside his cloak and began walking back toward the village. Above him, hundreds of hanging lanterns swayed gently from wooden posts and tree branches, glowing gold against the endless blue-black sky. Elarion never truly slept. Not completely. Somewhere, there were always lantern keepers awake, watching, listening, protecting the light. As Elian crossed the stone bridge leading into Leora Vale, he noticed old Mira sitting beside her bakery window, exactly as she did every night. She was ancient, older than anyone could remember. Some villagers quietly joked that she had probably baked bread before the stars disappeared. Warm orange lanterns illuminated her tiny shop, while the scent of cinnamon and sweet cream drifted into the cool night air. Mira looked up slowly as Elian approached, and immediately, her smile faded. "You found one," she whispered. Elian stopped. "You know what this is?" The old woman stared at the wrapped lantern beneath his cloak for a long moment before nodding quietly. "I prayed I would never see another." A cold breeze passed through the village. The nearby lanterns dimmed slightly, only for a second. But Elian noticed. "Mira," he asked softly, "what is happening?" The old baker motioned toward the small bench outside her shop. "Sit for a moment, child." Elian obeyed. Mira poured warm moonflower tea into 2 small cups while the bakery lanterns crackled gently beside them. For a while, neither spoke. Only the soft sounds of nighttime filled the silence. Distant footsteps, rustling leaves, lantern chains gently swaying in the wind. Then finally, Mira sighed. Long ago, she began quietly, there existed lanterns unlike all others in Elarion. Elian listened carefully. They were called the dream-bound lights. The old woman's eyes reflected the warm lantern glow. Most lanterns protect villages, calm fears, preserve memories. But the dream-bound lights, they guarded the boundary between dreams and the hollow mist. Elian felt the air grow colder. Mira continued softly. When the long night of ashes began, creatures born from nightmares entered the waking world for the first time. Entire cities vanished into fog. People forgot their own names. The dream-bound lights were created to seal the darkness away. Elian glanced down at the silver lantern hidden beneath his cloak. And this is one of them? Mira nodded slowly. Or what remains of one.
The bakery became very quiet. Even the wind outside seemed to pause. Then Mira whispered something that made Elian's chest tighten. If a dream-bound lantern goes dark, the hollow mist begins searching again. Far beyond the village, deep inside the ancient forests beyond Leora Vale, something moved beneath the fog. Massive, silent, watching. Its shape shifted constantly inside the darkness, never fully forming. 2 pale eyes slowly opened and then disappeared again. Back in the village, Elian held the cold lantern tighter. What did the whisper mean? He asked. The sleeping light? Mira looked toward the night sky. Though there were no stars left above Elarion, she gazed upward as if remembering them.
There is an old legend, she said softly. A hidden lantern. The very first dream ever protected by Astralis Arbor. They say its light still sleeps somewhere beneath the kingdom. And if awakened... Mira's voice became almost inaudible. It could either save Elarion or reveal the darkness hidden since the long night. Elian felt both wonder and fear bloom quietly inside him. He had lived his entire life lighting village lanterns, never imagining he would become part of legends older than mountains. But deep down, the silver lantern already felt strangely familiar. As if it had been waiting for him. Suddenly, one of the bakery lanterns flickered violently. Then another. Outside, the hanging lanterns along the streets began dimming one by one. golden light faded across the village. The warm atmosphere disappeared beneath growing shadows. Villagers slowly opened windows.
Doors creaked softly. Confused voices drifted through the night. Elian stood immediately. That's impossible. Mira's expression turned pale. No, she whispered. The mist found us too quickly. At the far edge of Leora Vale, the darkness between the hills began moving. Not fog, not wind, something thicker, blacker, alive, the hollow mist. It poured slowly through the valley like silent ink across water, and within the mist, small glowing eyes appeared. Hundreds of them, watching the village lanterns fade, watching the sleeping homes, watching Elian. The silver lantern beneath his cloak suddenly grew warm. For the first time since he found it, a faint silver flame appeared inside. Tiny, fragile, alive. Then the whisper returned, clearer this time. Follow the lantern road. And somewhere impossibly far away, upon the endless celestial branches of Australis Arbor, another flower of light quietly opened into bloom. The hollow mist crept silently across the hills surrounding Leora Vale. Slowly, patiently, like darkness remembering the shape of the world. The village lanterns dimmed one after another until only faint golden embers remained along the streets. Windows closed softly. Children were pulled close by frightened parents. And somewhere in the distance, a deep, sorrowful sound echoed through the mist. Not a roar, not a cry, something lonelier. As if the darkness itself had been wandering for centuries. Elian stood at the center of the village square, clutching the silver lantern tightly against his chest. Its pale flame flickered gently now, alive once more. The silver light reflected in his eyes as the whisper returned. Follow the lantern road. Then the flame stretched outward. Thin streams of silver light flowed across the cobblestone streets like glowing rivers, weaving between houses before disappearing toward the northern hills. A hidden path, a forgotten road. Mira stepped beside him quietly. The lantern has chosen, she whispered. Elian swallowed nervously. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. No lantern keeper ever truly does, Mira replied softly. They simply walk toward the light. The hollow mist continued approaching. Shapes moved within it now. Tall figures made from smoke and fading memories, creatures born from forgotten nightmares. Wherever the mist touched the ground, flowers withered into ash. but strangely. The silver lantern in Elian's hands no longer felt cold. It felt warm, comforting.
Like holding a heartbeat. One by one, villagers began emerging from their homes, carrying their own lanterns. Golden lights, blue lights, amber lights, glowing softly through the darkness. Nobody spoke. They simply stood together behind Elian, beneath the growing fog. And then something beautiful happened. The lanterns began answering the silver flame. Tiny threads of light stretched between them, like shimmering silk. Thousands of glowing connections. As if every lantern in Elian recognized the ancient light awakening once more. Mira smiled gently. "The lanterns remember," she whispered.
Elian looked toward the hidden silver road beyond the hills, and finally, he began walking. The villagers followed silently behind him, past sleeping gardens, past old bridges lined with glowing lantern posts, past quiet rivers reflecting soft golden lights upon the dark water. The farther they traveled, the thicker the mist became. But the silver flame guided them safely forward.
Soon they reached the edge of the valley. And there, hidden beneath ancient trees covered in luminous moss, stood ruins no one in Leora Vale had seen before. An enormous circular doorway carved into white stone. At its center was the symbol of a Stralis arbor, the celestial tree. The silver lantern suddenly floated upward from Elian's hands. Its flame grew brighter. The stone doorway trembled softly. Then slowly, it opened. Warm light spilled outward into the night. Not blinding light, gentle light, dream-like light.
Inside the hidden sanctuary stood thousands upon thousands of sleeping lanterns, suspended in the air like stars frozen in time. Some glowed faintly, others pulsed softly like breathing hearts. And at the center of the sanctuary grew a tree unlike anything Elian had ever imagined. Its bark shimmered silver and gold. Its branches stretched upward beyond the ceiling itself. Upon every branch bloomed flowers made entirely of light. A Stralis arbor, or at least a fragment of it. The villagers stared in silent wonder. The air inside the sanctuary felt peaceful, warm, safe. Like the feeling just before falling asleep beside a fireplace while rain taps gently against distant windows. Then Elian noticed something beneath the tree. A single lantern resting among the roots, small, simple, glowing with soft white light. The sleeping light, the first dream ever protected.
As Elian approached it, memories suddenly filled the air around him. Not his memories, everyone's. Children laughing beneath vanished stars. Families gathered beside lantern-lit tables. Travelers finding warmth during winter storms. People falling asleep peacefully while lanterns guarded their dreams. And then he saw the long night of ashes. The stars disappearing, the hollow mist spreading, humanity trembling in endless darkness. But he also saw something else. The lanterns were never created to fight the darkness. They were created to comfort people within it. Because darkness would always exist. Fear would always exist. Sadness would always exist. But as long as even one small light remained, hope could survive beside it. Tears quietly filled Elian's eyes. The sleeping light rose gently from the roots of the tree and floated toward him. Then softly, it entered the silver lantern. At once, light exploded across the sanctuary. Warm golden radiance surged through every lantern hanging in the chamber. Outside, across all of Elarion, extinguished lanterns reignited one by one. Villages, cities, bridges, harbors, mountaintops. An entire kingdom glowing once more beneath the endless night. The hollow mist recoiled, not destroyed, not banished forever, only calmed. The shadow creatures slowly dissolved into drifting fog, their shapes softening peacefully before fading into the wind. And above the kingdom, for the very first time since the long night of ashes, a single star appeared. Tiny, distant, but real. The villagers gasped softly. Children pointed toward the sky with wide, sleepy eyes. Then another star appeared, and another. Far away above the clouds, Australis arbor bloomed brighter than ever before. Its endless branches filled with countless new flowers of light. Because across Elarion, people were finally sleeping peacefully again. That night, lanterns glowed warmer than they had in centuries. Their light danced gently through misty streets and quiet windows. And from that evening onward, whenever someone in Elarion felt lonely, frightened, or lost, they would light a lantern and remember the old truth whispered through generations. Even the smallest light can guide a weary heart through endless darkness. And somewhere beneath the silent sky, Elarion continued walking the lantern roads each evening, keeping watch over the dreams of the world, while above him,
The stars slowly began returning home.
you.